Hello, my friends. We meet again. It's been a while. Where should we begin? Today, you see the title here. We are doing metal that was nominated for the Grammy in 2025 here. Now, the results were just released, or they just awarded the Grammy, I guess, to whoever won. I know who won, but she doesn't. So after she listens to all the songs, she has to guess which one won the Grammy.
I'm going to guess which one I think won the Grammy and the one that I want to win the Grammy.
There's a lot of cool things that go along with these award shows. I feel like since COVID, the general public has definitely taken a decline in interest towards them. I know I have.
Nobody cares. You read an article in the newspaper. It comes and goes.
But for this year, it's pretty cool. There are a lot of really cool metal songs nominated, so there's a lot of buzz around it. And it'll get that gravy click views. So, as always, the full unedited video will be hosted on the Patreon. You can just sign up for free and watch it, but if you want to give us some money, I would like you a whole lot better. And yeah, hit like and subscribe. I have a whole bunch more content on this channel, not just reaction stuff. I do a bunch of video essays. I play some riffs and stuff. And then, of course, introducing metal to my beautiful Normie wife. Can we even call you Normie anymore? That's just the name of the series. I'm not changing it, but can you even be called a Normie? When I was queuing up, and she was, before the video started, when I was queuing up the song, she looked at the list. She was like, oh my God, I recognize all these names. So maybe you're not a Normie. Maybe that's the...
Shh. No, that's okay. We don't need to talk about that. It's fine. Cheers.
Cheers.
Tink.
Tink. Okay, so the first song here is by Spiritbox. Oh, we forgot. She, in our Iron Maiden episode, she made the very astute observation that the cover of the Iron Maiden album Killers was,
it's sexy.
in her words, sexy Eddie.
Sexy
not
Eddie.
mine.
He's popping his booty. He looks sexy.
So she managed to find one. Pretty, is this like an old vintage?
Yes, it's a vintage one
sick.
too. Like it's OG, like that I got at a local vintage shop that we might go back to for something.
I have another video lined up, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so yeah, first band on the list is Spiritbox.
I know Spiritbox.
Yeah, she's heard one song. We did it in the female fronted metal band. I think that song...
Courtney?
Yeah, Courtney LaPlante was her name. The song that we did on that video was Jaded, and this is from the same album.
Okay.
This one is called Cellar Door. Okay, well, you ready?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, this is Cellar Door by Spiritbox.
Go. Sounds kind of awkward, but I know that's intentional. Is that Courtney?
Yeah. Yeah, she does all the vocals, screams too. Okay, so while we're here, are you just noticing right away how much different this sounds from stuff
Jaded?
that we just listened to?
Yeah, no, this is like metal.
Well, this is like modern metal, like super crisp, clean production. I think this is played on an 8-string. I don't even have an 8-string guitar, so it's like super low.
Yeah, I guess
and
it
like,
is
bow,
like really
wow.
crisp. I never like it's definitely. I was definitely realizing it was different. It didn't click for me yet that it was because of the crispness and the high, production value.
Yeah. And it's also like metalcore or gent, I guess, progressive, whatever you want to call.
Clearly, they wanted to get
Spiritbox,
nominated
very,
for a
very
Grammy.
genty. But yeah,
Grammy.
Such chunky riffs.
Chunky. Yeah, I guess that's a good word for it. This is mad.
That's a filthy riff.
Have you heard this before?
I've actually never heard this before.
Stop! Not nice to laugh at me.
I assume it just goes to the next song.
Ah!
Okay, well, that was Cellar Door by Spiritbox. What did you think?
You know what? I think that song was the perfect, example of what I thought all metal was before I met you and before you introduced me to it.
Just anger and screaming.
Yeah.
Well, I think kind of, yeah.
Like, to me, that was a very quintessential metal song. It was, like, a very metal song.
Yeah, no. Definitely, like, a very modern metal. Like, the production values, the sort of breakdowns the whole time, or groove-oriented. Like, that's not, you know, to the guys who watch this video here, music that I make the videos about, that's pretty much what I'm listening to, like, 90% of the times. I'm busy. I don't really, like, listen to modern metal that much, or don't really keep up with it, because I'm usually, like, talking about old stuff, right?
Because Death isn't making anything new, so he can't get into the new stuff if he's still in the Death stuff, obviously.
Yeah, obviously,
Come
of
on,
course.
guys.
So, yeah, it's really interesting to, when I kind of step out of my...
out of your little bubble.
Out of my, you know, old death metal bubble and come back and hear the new stuff again, right? Because I used to be big into like the metalcore scene, you know, like 2015, 2018, like I was a big gent guy back then too. So it's kind of cool to hear that sound is still going on. I really like the song Jaded.
Yeah, I really liked Jaded.
To be honest, I kind of like...
I don't think I liked this song as much as Jaded.
No, I definitely
I
like
think
Jaded
Jaded should have been nominated for the Grammy.
I agree.
How did they pick that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how any of this stuff is picked. I did find it very interesting that the Grammys nominated a song that was essentially just all breakdowns and screams too. Like that was a very heavy song to get nominated for a Grammy, right?
So just for that, I'm gonna assume it's not the winner, or that's gonna be my initial prediction.
But yeah, pretty good track, pretty good breakdowns.
What do you rate it out of 10?
Honestly, like I really prefer Spiritbox's more vibey songs, like the Mara Effect. That was really cool. That was one of their old songs.
Oh, okay.
I really liked the Mara Effect and their more like Eternal Blue. That was really good. Secret Garden. They really make very catchy choruses. So they don't have like a catchy chorus in their songs.
Yeah, there was no chorus.
It kind of leaves me a little bit disappointed, right? I'm not one of the guys who's like searching for like the heaviest song. I like melodies and catchy, you know, hooks, right? And this song I thought was kind of missing those. So I'm gonna give it like a 6.5 out of 10.
Ooh. Trying not to let your score impact my score, but it's hard not to. Honestly, like, it was fine, but I absolutely agree with you. Jaded is, like, definitely a song I prefer more. I won't say Jaded is way better, because it's just personally for me and us. Honestly, 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10?
Because to me, that was just, like, a quintessential metal song.
Not my type of metal. Anyways,
not that
moving on.
It's bad. It's just not also my type of metal.
Yes.
Because we have learned there are things I like Iron Maiden.
Yes.
I'm also very disappointed Iron Maiden isn't up for a Grammy. And Metallica is, and you have told me how Metallica is just like...
Well, Iron Maiden...
Their new stuff isn't as good as their old stuff, but I did like their old stuff.
Well, Iron Maiden...
Why is there so much yellow?
Iron Maiden did release an album this year, that's why.
Well...
Oh, wait, hold on. This is 2023, so... Huh? Whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so I don't know how they picked these songs. So this is Screaming Sewer Slide by Metallica.
Are you intentionally saying it that way because of interwebs?
Yes.
Okay.
And I know it's cringe, and I know it's bullshit, but, you know...
Stop swearing so much.
Your boy wants to get paid, so...
Wow, what a great audience.
Anyways, yeah, this is Screaming Sewer Slide. I did a whole review of, like, all of Metallica's albums in my video, Metallica vs. Megadeth, the definitive answer. So if you want to go see my thoughts on the whole album, you can go see it there. I'm not going to revisit it. But yeah... Big change from Spiritbox, sonic-wise. Like, you've heard Metallica before, right?
And I liked them.
Yeah, and here on 72 Seasons, they're kind of deliberately throwing back to some of their old sounds. But that doesn't really matter for you because we haven't done part 2 yet, so you haven't even heard their newer stuff.
So I'll probably like this then because it sounds like their old stuff.
Well, I guess we'll find out. So yeah, let's get into it.
Part 2's coming soon, friends. So he says. It kind of makes me think of country vibes at first.
Country vibe?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. It's a little bluesy, a little country.
Got twang. A long intro. 5.5 minutes? Metallica, you're getting old. How are you able to do 5.5-minute songs?
Yeah.
He sounds older.
Well, he is old. He's like my parents' age. He's literally like my dad's age.
But he sounds so much older. It's just funny.
He does.
Like you sound old. He sounds like he's having Botox.
Poor James. He's doing his best.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just like, give the guy a break.
You're the one commenting on it. I like that part. That part's sick.
I like the riff that they have for the chorus.
Yeah, it's good. That was a nice change up on the chorus there. Nice little variation.
Nice.
I was waiting for where the nice was. I was so confused. And when I read it for the first time, I was thinking of like the one Taylor Swift song. I think it's Bejeweled, and she goes, "Nice," and I was imagining that.
Can we go one episode
No.
without mentioning Taylor Swift in a metal video?
I mentioned Sabrina Carpenter last time, not Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
And now I've got to mention both.
My mistake.
Yeah, it really is your mistake. You should listen to me better.
Okay, well, that was Screaming Sewer Slide. What did you think?
I felt like it was really long. It felt like more than 5.5 minutes.
Oh man, I agree.
I was like, you know, it's a good song, but we could have gotten rid of some of the stuff in the middle, maybe.
Yeah, that song, like
it just felt
that song. You
too
made it
long.
3.5 minutes. That would have been really.
That would've
that would
been
have been pretty good.
banger.
Honestly, it went pretty good.
Like, and I had nothing to say. That's why I was actually quiet for once.
I know. Either it's boring when we don't say anything, or it's really, really, really good.
I just found it kind of, I think I did kind of find it boring.
Yeah.
Like, they had really good moments, but those good moments weren't enough to make me want to listen to the song again.
Yes, that's sort of my conclusion that I reached when I reviewed the whole thing for that video, is that a lot of these songs are just too long, too bloated. They're not catchy enough or interesting enough to sort of warrant the length. Like older Metallica, say, you know, Black Album, even on Death Magnetic, a lot of those songs, James's vocals, hooks really like carry the song very, very hard, right? Because he's the whole backbone of the band. His riffs and his vocals just carry the entire thing easily, right? And so on this, you know, Screaming Sewer Slide, it was sort of like, it was just like meh riffs, sort of like meh chorus, meh hook. I was just kind of bored, man. Like, that was my thing. Like, made it like 3.5 minutes. It probably been a lot better. But yeah, like, to me, that was just like super, super kind of generic. And the only reason why this would ever be considered to be nominated for the Grammys is because it's Metallica.
I was gonna say, is it just because it's Metallica?
Like, if some other band released this exact same track,
It would have never
been nominated, right? No
And
one would
makes
probably
you wonder
ever heard
why
of it.
they picked this one, because like there must be stuff that's like better than this on that.
Yeah, honestly, like there was better songs. Like, I think Lux Eterna was better. But anyway, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 10.
I was gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10. Ding, 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 ding.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know. Does anybody stand this album? I don't think anybody does. Anyways, okay, so moving on.
Also, it's so yellow.
It's really
And
yellow.
it's like Kill Bill yellow.
It is Kill Bill yellow. That's good.
And that's like a very aggressive, very specific yellow that should only be used for that movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Metallica's more like a fashion clothing brand now at this point, it seems like. So they put
have
that,
a pretty logo.
so that, you know, put that bright yellow out. You can sell a whole bunch of stuff with all that yellow on, right? Next album, change it up. New clothing
They
line.
can't take your pink. Could you
No, the
imagine?
pink's my gimmick.
Not your gimmick. Your signature.
Sure, gimmick.
Your shtick.
So yeah, moving on. Now we're back to Knocked Loose. We heard this on the first episode of Normie Wife Reacts to Extreme Metal.
I was gonna say, I recognize that album art.
Yeah, it was.
I recognize the album art.
Damn, so good. So yeah, that was.
I'm so smart.
So yeah, Blinding is off the album. You're not supposed to go when you won't go until you're supposed to, which apparently, I was listening to a podcast with the singer Brian Garris. He's 30, like our age. And he was on like a flight, and he was like pretty nervous about it or whatever. Heard there was gonna be some storms, and a lady beside him on the flight, like reassured him and told him by saying, "You won't go until you're supposed to." So that's where the album title comes from. Pretty cool, and that would have been. Let's get you over here, and that would have given me some chills, and I probably would have used that as an album too. So yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
But yeah, I think.
Whoa.
What was the
That's
song we listened
deep.
to? I think we listened to "Blinding Faith" the first time.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, this is "Suffocate" with Poppy.
Is it the Poppy I'm thinking of?
It is. Yeah,
like
the pop singer Poppy. Yeah.
Like the "Hi, I'm Poppy."
Yeah, that's exactly who it is.
The only reason I know who Poppy is from RuPaul's Drag Race.
What are you doing?
So,
Look at this, Taylor Swift,
what is it?
RuPaul's Drag Race. How many times has RuPaul's
It's
Drag
my
Race been mentioned?
channel now.
Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
No, but like one of the queens, like for one of the challenges, did an impression of Poppy, and I was like, one, why would you pick this person? This is the worst impression out of all of the impressions, and two, I still don't know who this is and why they're popular. It's so interesting. So I don't know, like, are they generally in the metal realm? Do you know?
Yeah, Poppy, she's very makes a very eclectic mix of genres. Like she just kind of puts out like whatever she wants, it seems like. So she made a metal album. I can't remember if it's this year or the previous year. But yeah, so she made a metal album. She's been on, I think, Bring Me the Horizon song too. If I'm wrong, I'm just going to edit that out. But yeah, here she is on Knocked Loose, and then nominated for a Grammy, right? Love Knocked Loose, one of the sort of, modern metalcore bands that has really kept my attention. Saw them live last year. It was absolutely insane.
Yeah, you did.
So yeah, okay, I'm going to stop yapping.
Hold on. Did I like Knocked Loose? I don't think I liked them. Because that was from the first episode.
I can't remember.
I don't think I liked them very much.
Well, they're like big mad metal,
I think if I were...
right? So you probably won't like them.
Well, old me didn't. Maybe new me, who's borderline normie, might
I will say
tolerate.
this though, they do have a very, very interesting breakdown on the song that incorporates some Spanish and Latin sound to it.
Ooh.
So see if you can spot it.
Okay. Ooh. Is this Poppy singing?
Yeah, that's Poppy.
She's not as good as Courtney. Like, it sounds like a girl screaming.
Yeah.
Burdened by our connection.
Yeah, she's got such a creepy little voice.
So good, bro.
Honestly, giving me
I love that
Paranormal
breakdown.
Activity.
Paranormal Activity. Well, yeah, especially the music video.
Yeah, that's not helping.
Oh, man, dude. God damn, I love Knocked Loose.
That was big mad.
That was big mad.
That was huge mad.
Now, why do I like that? And I don't really like the Spiritbox one. I don't really know. I can't tell you exactly.
This one was catchier. This one,
it was
catchier.
Suffocate,
It was catchier. But I would love if Courtney were to do the singing for it.
That'd
I
be
don't know, but
pretty
I
cool.
also did enjoy. Like, I didn't not enjoy Poppy's singing, but like to me, it's like, oh, you're like,
Well,
you're like coming into metal.
Yeah, well, she definitely has a different texture to her voice, and it's sort of like less trained, I guess.
It honestly, it does just sound
Which
like
is kind of
she's
sick,
yelling.
right? Which is kind of sick. And maybe that's why I like Knocked Loose too. Like the guy just sounds like super pissed. Like Knocked Loose just seems to have like a swagger about them. They're like, here's the breakdown. It's heavy as.
Where was
That's what it
the
is.
Latin inspiration? I was really listening for it. I heard none of it.
It was the reggaeton beat.
When you said there was going to be something Latin, I thought it was going to be in the guitar, because there's generally Latin guitar sounds.
Oh,
you could have told me
interesting.
what instrument.
Interesting. That's an interesting way to think of it. But yeah, and then in the
Sure.
breakdown when she's like, suffocate.
I'll just take your word for it. It's
Okay.
okay. It's okay. You
Okay.
guys can go back and
Well,
listen to
for
that
me,
part.
I've heard that song many, many times. I love it. That's like a 9 out of 10 for me.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a metal guy. You're
Yeah.
still a normie-ish.
Not ish. I don't feel ish anymore. I am normie. I'm not loving most of these, if I'm being honest.
Really, really cool that song got nominated for a Grammy.
Because it is Big Mad.
Because it is Big Mad, and Knocked Loose is an absolutely sick band, and just a great example of a band working really hard and putting out great music consistently over a period of time, you know, reaping the rewards that they've sown, which is the success and the fruits of their labor. Love Knocked Loose. They deserve it. I hope they won.
I was going to say, based on how you're talking, either they did win or they didn't, which I know are the only two choices, but like, oh, you're making this really hard for me. I still think Metallica could win it just because it's Metallica and the Grammy actually doesn't really mean anything.
True. Okay, well, what are you going to give it? I don't give it your 2 or whatever you're going to
It's not going to be 2. It's not a 2. I liked it better than the Metallica song. It was at least catchy. Honestly, even though it was Big Mad, I liked it better than Spiritbox. 6 out of... What did I give Spiritbox? I gave them 5, right? Yeah, I gave them 5, so 6 out of 10.
Nice.
It's just a little too mad.
A little too mad. Okay, well, now moving on to something a little bit less mad. This is Judas Priest, definitely a band that we will be doing an entire video on for sure, as well as we'll probably do one on Knocked Loose and Spiritbox too, I forgot to say. I guess we're going to be doing videos on all these bands at the end of it, right? Soon enough.
eventually.
Because we done one on Gojira too. But yeah, so Judas Priest, right, their first album was released in like 1972 or something like that. So just think it's almost like 50 years later, right? This is coming out. So that alone is very, very impressive. And not only that, but this album is actually pretty good, which is even more impressive, right? To releasing quality music some 50 years into your career.
Hold on. When did you say this was released?
This album?
Or their first album, 72?
Well, let's look it up. Yeah, okay, so the first album was 1974. So this is literally 50 years after that.
That's wild.
Like I said, very, very impressive to be releasing such high-quality music.
The album art looks like it belongs in a video game.
Invincible Shield. Yeah, I find as bands get older, their album art
Sucks.
True.
Like-
True. Something
like
about it, they
this
just like
is
lose the
iconic.
aesthetic touch to
Like,
it, I guess.
I
don't
hate
know.
how they made Eddie go bald. Like, in the newer stuff, I don't like that Eddie's bald. I liked his hair.
Which is funny, because most of the guys in Iron Maiden still have their hair, too. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think any of them is bald.
They took Eddie's hair.
They sacrificed
They
Eddie's hair for
sacrificed
their own.
Eddie's hair for their own hair. That's so selfish.
Hey, I
Eddie,
would do
I'm
it.
so sorry they did that to you.
So this is Crown of Horns. Let's get on with it.
All right, guitar.
This is probably type of metal you'll really like.
Yeah, I'm liking it so far. Sounds
This is like a
old, too.
70-year-old man singing, too.
Yeah. He sounds old. This kind of sounds like it belongs in a video game.
Yeah, you're kind of right.
I can sort of tell you why, but this song is giving me the same vibes as Mulan's I'll Make a Man Out of You. It just does. In like the equation for the song, the makeup of it, and just the vibes. It's giving the
I haven't
exact
heard
same
that song
vibes
in
for me.
25 years, probably.
So
Okay,
like-
well then, I trust you.
Yeah.
I trust your judgment, I'm sure it does.
But I'm gonna make you listen to that song after to tell me what you think. In the best way.
Yeah, of course.
'Cause that's a bop. Is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
got a good chorus.
Good chorus. Fade out.
A classic fade out. A classic fade out. Not a spooky ooky fade out like Spiritbox. That one was wild. I enjoyed that a lot.
That was your first
my
taste of
first
Judas Priest,
taste
actually.
of Judas Priest. I'd always heard the name before, and I was always like, okay, it's, Judas Priest is a. I thought
It's a
maybe
cool
it
band
was a
name, too.
guy. It's a cool band name, but it always confuses me when bands give themselves like a name that could be a human's name, but it's not a human's name, and I'm like, okay, but why? Anyway, doesn't matter. I really enjoyed it. I found it really easy to listen to.
Yeah.
That's better. So, anyway, as I was saying, I really liked them. I look forward to doing our Judas Priest episode and hearing some of their
that'll be
older
a good
stuff. Like
episode.
it was catchy. It was long. It definitely felt like it was 5 minutes, so basically 6 minutes, but it wasn't like a boring 6 minutes.
Yeah. Like in comparison to the Metallica one, this, grand soaring melodies, really, really great singing, great harmonies, like a nice solo. Like I really find Metallica's solo in the later years to become really taxing to listen to.
Not as original.
Not as original. I don't know. Even that that solo wasn't that original, but it was still like cool. It was melodic, right? It had melodies.
I think for me the reason I thought the solo was so cool, I'm like, these guys are in their 70s. Like
that's
they
also
might
true.
have arthritis.
That's
like
also true.
well, because and I say that because like my mom has arthritis
Yeah.
and she's in her late 60s, so
Yeah.
because of sports injuries.
But yeah, I think the Judas Priest episode will be really cool. This song, pretty good stuff. I feel like you could have bumped up the tempo, 5 or 10 BPM. You probably wouldn't have lost anything, would have given the song a little bit more excitement and sort of momentum to it.
Well, I felt like it had momentum. It was making me think, like I said, it was giving that, the Mulan, I'll make a man out of you energy, in the sense that, like, it felt like a character, probably from a video game, because it just was giving that vibe as well, was going through, like, a big period of growth in a montage.
Interesting. Yeah, cool.
That was
I can see that.
1000% the vibe that it gave me, and I love that vibe. I love a montage. I love a montage. Well, don't you?
You know what? Sometimes a really good montage just hits.
It just hits. The I'll Make a Man Out of You is the most iconic montage
That's a
of
good
montages. Up there with actually a Devil Wears Prada montage from the movie, not the band. Because the movie's better than the band.
Okay, well, what are you going to give that out of 10?
Honestly, 8 out of 10.
Nice.
I really
I'm going to
liked
give
it.
that a 7 out of 10 for me. I really like the song Trial by Fire off this album. That's like a good kind of more up-tempo. But anyways, let's move on here. Now we got to go to Gojira.
French!
And we're actually gonna watch the music video for this one because you kind of have to.
Why do we have to?
Well, you'll see. So yeah.
Okay, it's giving some Marie Antoinette decapitated.
I'm sure you heard, right? This is played at the Olympic opening ceremony in Paris this year, right? I don't know. Like, I think this is something like one of metal's biggest moments, really. How many people watched this? How many people saw this live?
How many
Truly
people were
crazy,
watching it for Celine Dion and then got to watch Gojira?
That's so true. Like, how many, right? And yeah, okay. Well, I feel like I don't even want to describe this more. I just want you to let you sort of experience
I want to
this.
experience it, and I want to experience the music video of it.
But yeah, so we did a Gojira episode. She really liked a lot of the Gojira tracks as well.
did.
They're very, very interesting band. Go check out that episode. It was good. But yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I'm so ready for this. Right now, I think Judas Priest might win. Is this from the Olympics?
Yeah, there's the film Olympics. Yep.
So cool.
Playing on the side of that famous French building, whatever it is.
Look at them all strapped in. That's so sick. Oh, I love it.
How sick of that? Playing on the side of the building like this? Unreal.
The choral bit in the background.
Corb is so good too.
And I bet it's the people there. They're the choral bit. Oh yeah, and it's raining. What's the drum? Mario! It's Mario popping off.
That's good you remembered his name. That's impressive.
I almost called him Max. That's so good. I'm getting goosebumps. Look.
Yeah, look at that. Wow.
This is metal as heck.
Absolutely.
Whoa, that was so cool. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. That was such a big deal for metal. Oh my gosh. That could have converted some people to metal. I don't know if it would have like converted me if I hadn't been exposed to metal before this.
Yeah.
Like even if I hadn't been exposed to Gojira before this, I would have like that would have mwah.
Just the whole spectacle of the whole thing.
Yeah, oh that had
the chrome guitar
incredible.
on the side of the building, the chrome drum kit.
Oh, honestly, 10 out of 10. That was amazing.
I mean,
I'm gonna be
I gotta
so
give it a
upset.
10 too, so.
Okay, so I want Gojira to win. I want Gojira to win. I hope they win.
Okay,
But I want Gojira to win, but I predict there's a chance that Gojira could win. I don't think it's knocked loose. I know you want it to be. That like it could be a total wild card and it could be knocked loose, but I don't think it'll be knocked loose, and I don't think it'll be Spiritbox. I think it would be either Metallica or Judas Priest because they're old classics, rock on, or Gojira just because it was such an iconic Olympic performance and like that might have just won the hearts of everybody.
Okay.
Tell me.
Drum roll, please.
Wait.
I'm just gonna edit it in.
Oh, but I wanted to do it. I was
Okay,
excited.
drum roll, please. And the winner is.
Oh my gosh, you're killing me.
Gojira!
Yay!
Yeah, Gojira won. Yeah. Congratulations, you guys deserve it. That was
Holy,
absolutely
yeah, you do. That was incredible. Wow. Like, honestly, I kind of want to watch it again.
All right, well, we'll watch it after camera. Any final thoughts on this episode here today?
I appreciated that the Grammys did seem to choose like a decently wide selection of
That is true.
metal.
That
I
is true.
appreciate that, like, because I do sometimes find that like for the pop songs, it's like all the same kind, like it's all the same mix of pop songs with like one hip hop ish type song that never wins. So I really enjoyed the variety, and I'm glad that the Grammy went to what I believe is the right group. Because I imagine Judas Priest and Metallica have won other Grammys.
Yeah, I
in the
think
past. They've been
Metallica's
around
definitely
long
won a
enough.
Grammy for sure.
Yeah.
I think Judas Priest has been nominated before, but yeah. Well,
That was awesome.
thanks
They
for watching,
deserve it.
guys. We appreciate you always. Reminder: the full episode is on Patreon. If you want to check that out, if you want to support us, consider joining the channel membership, or just hitting like and subscribe. We appreciate you guys so very much. So yeah, have a great night, you guys. Thank you for watching.